Hello, you're welcome to another um, great lesson in our graphics design. 5 days free graphic design. Okay, so today too we are learning how to design a social media post. How to design a social media post for your brand. Okay, so I said that we'll be doing about 2 or 3 social media posts, and then you get the idea. The main reason why we are doing this is for you to get the concept on how to come out with a social media post, okay, for your brand. It could be a church, it could be a company. Okay, so if you want people to know your designs or to know your presence, that is always you have to keep on designing. All right, so don't forget that I've leave a link in the video description just for you to go and download. This is the image, okay, and then these are the fonts, okay. So um, we will be looking at how to go about it. So without wasting much of the talking, let's start. Okay, guys. So you're welcome. So before we start to design anything, first of all, you have to select our document. So go to file here, or best so you come to create new. So you click on create new. Okay. So once you click on create new, a new document will open, and then you select your social media size, which is 1080. The height is also 1080. Okay, so let's do that. So let's go to file here. All right, so it's not showing because I have opened a new document already. All right, so we are using pixels, so we change the preset over here to pixels, and then we use 1080, and then the height too is also 1080. Then we'll name this as maybe don't uh, don't wait. Okay, that's the post. Okay, the resolution, make sure it is always 300. All right, especially when you are designing in pixels, and also it is social media. I mean, any other thing is okay over here. Then go ahead and click on curate. Very good. So don't forget that we are doing this particular design. All right, don't wait. The time will never be just right. This is a quote from Napoleon. All right, good. So the thing is, let's change the color of this background. All right, now there's two things to do. All right, you can use this particular color, but I am not using it. I'm showing you how to use a color like something like a gradient background. Okay, so come to your layer panel. Don't forget that I said Photoshop uses layers. Photoshop, they works in layers. So if you always forget about looking at the layer side, then I'm sorry, you get lost. Okay, so put it at the back of your mind that whatever that you bring on this particular sheet will be appearing or be arranging over here for you to see. All right, so the first thing that we did is to bring the background. The second thing is to change this white and add a color to it. So I will come to my layer adjustment, this round thing that you see at the layer panel here, click on it. This option will come. I mean, this is different from the FX. Okay, so you go for gradient, the second one. Good. So once you click on it, I don't want to use this color. I will double click on it, the gradient, double click, or better still, the arrow that you see here, click on it. You see it. Good. But I mostly want to double click it, and then I will have a look at this. Now, this is called gradient editor. You can edit the color of the background. So I saved my gradient color. So I've shown you how to save a gradient color. So this is the gradient color. I will click on this one. I saved it. Okay, so you could see that it's two colors. It's green, deep green, and somehow light green. All right, but I want this light green on top here to be at the middle. Okay, so look at this. So it looks like there's white, some white shadow which is in the middle of where the human being or where the guy is standing. So what I'll do is that I'll click on OK, and then I will change the style and go in for radar. So you see the radar. So now the deep one is in the middle, but I want the deep one to just spread out. Okay, so what I'll do is that I will click on the reverse that I see here. Click on the reverse. So you see the reverse. Now the bright one is in the middle. Okay, and then the light green will spread out. Now the second thing I will do is that I will increase this scale. Okay, I will increase the scale to something like this. Okay, so this is okay. Then I'll bring, so you can control the brightness. Okay, you can just bring it to the corner here, but I want it to be in the middle. All right. Okay, then let me reduce this the scale. So let's have a look at it. So you see, so I think this is okay. All right, 210 is not bad. All right, then we go ahead and click on okay. So our background is set. Then the second one that I want us to do is to bring in the this rectangle that you see here. That is always my social media handle. So if you are designing for a company or maybe yourself or your brand, you can just put it there. All right, so I go in for my rectangle. I've shown you how to do that. Then you draw your rectangle, very nice one. Okay, something like this. I think oh, this is good. Then I will change this yellowish color by coming to the fill. Okay, always don't forget, once you draw any shape, this rectangle will be, or properties will be popping up all the time. So you can just change the color here, come on top here, click on this one or double, and yes, once you click, then you come to the color picker here. Okay, I don't want any of the yellowish color, and then you paste this color code. All right, F9AB27. You can put it there, F9AB27. Good. So once you paste or you put in this color code over here, you go ahead and click OK. All right, then you are done with the background. Okay, good. So what is left is for us to bring the images and then the social media handles, then the text. We are good to go. All right, so let's look at that one. Okay, so quick one, let's continue with that one. So let's go to our resources and bring this human being. All right, let's bring it. Let's bring it Photoshop. I say you can do that or go to file and go to place embedded. Anyhow you want to go. Then what you do is that I want us to expand this particular image. So what you will do is that press on alternate, hold any part of the edges and try to expand, try to enlarge it. Let me put it that way, enlarge it. So until you are okay. So I think this is okay. So I've made all these edges, the parts, fill it. So I think this is okay for me. You go ahead and double click it. Good. So once you are done, you bring in the text. So the first text that we'll be doing is don't wait. Don't wait. And with this don't wait, the font that I used is Gotham. Yes, I think I use Gotham or Poppins. Yeah, I think Poppins is good. So let's use Poppins for this particular. So Poppins, and with this type of Poppins, I use black. Okay, because I want it to be very deep. Okay, then I will change. Always make sure that you select you do the character. So don't always forget about the character. So let's go in for somehow 24. Then so you could see that I've selected the image because I want the text to be on top of the image. Okay, then I will go in for my text too and start typing. I have done all the changes because I want it to be in the middle. So let's go. Let's type don't wait, all in caps. Okay, all in caps. Don't, then the wait. All right. And I think it is, I added an exclamation mark over here. So Poppins. Don't forget that I've put all the links in the video description, the resources that you will need. Okay, good. So once you are done, go and select your move tool. Already your character is there, so you can go ahead and increase the size of the font. Okay, so I want the size of the font to be bold. I think let's pick in 40, 48. Yes, I think 48 is okay. Let's see, 48 is also too big, so let's pick 40. Let's put in 40 there. I think 40 is not bad, right? So 40 is okay. Then this is what you do. You already know how to do the magic. You copy this, copy the text, then you bring the copy one under the image. Okay, and the one on top of the image, you set the fill color to 0. Okay, so you don't see it, but it is there. Then you go to your effects and add stroke. Okay, and add stroke, and with the stroke, with this we are setting it to 1 because we want it to be something like this. So you see how it looks like. So we set it to 1. I think this is perfectly okay for us. So this is how it works. Very beautiful. Then the next thing that we will do is for us to bring this particular text. The time just would never just will never be just. Okay, so that one too, I'll go and pick the same Poppins, but I'll go for 6. I'll go for regular. Okay, I think it's okay. Then I will start typing there. So I'll bring my quotation mark. So the time will, so let me see how I did. Will the time will never be just um, just right. Okay, so better still, we can even make the time caps because we are stressing on that these two things never be right. Okay, so let's caps it. Okay, so just like this will never be right. Okay, full stop. And then I would like us to um change the color of the time, and then select the color and come and pick this yellowish color here, close it up, and then we go in for bold. Okay, and then with the right tool we select everything, select your color, choose this color, and then change the font to bold. Perfect, good, we are okay with this. All right, then we bring it somewhere here. Okay, or you can bring it here. So let's reduce the size of the text and go in for something like 5. Okay, so 5 is okay for me. Then I'll copy this again. Okay, and then I'll write the name of the person who said it. Okay, it's Napoleon, so I'll write Napoleon Hill. Okay, Napoleon Hill. Now with the Napoleon Hill, I will not use the regular, but I'll rather use italic, the italic, light italic. Then I will reduce the size of the font to 3 because I wanted it to be something small. I'll position it somewhere here. That means that he said it. Okay, so in the next video that is coming, we'll be bringing in the social media handles. Then we could see that the image looks like hanging. Okay, so we are going to provide a shadow for it down here. just as this one. Okay, so let's do that one in the next video. All right, guys, so you could see that this particular design we didn't spend much time. So let's bring in our rulers. Okay, let's bring in the rulers here, and then bring in this to here. Okay, I think this is okay. And then bring this one to somewhere here. All right, and then let's try to reduce this particular rectangle. So you see, in 2021 version, if you want to reduce the size and try to reduce it by this, it will affect everything. So you see, so what I will advise you is that if you want to reduce the size of this particular rectangle, okay, come and select the rectangle. Okay, select the shape before you come and reduce it like this. So you see, that one, it will affect it. So I think this is okay. So when you are done, then come and copy this text again. All right, then bring it here, then change the color to the green. All right, let's pick any color here, and then try to go down a little bit so that it will be something like a very deep green, and then double click this, and then write our at Edward underscore Edward underscore Amwakun. Okay, then I will select somehow like a medium. Okay, and then change the size to 6. Position it here, copy this, bring it here. So this is where I'll write we um so that is we love to see, we love to see your, so we love to see your brand, okay, grow with grow with us, EGD. Yes, EGD, grow with us, EGD. So trust us. All right, so once you set this right, if you don't want the medium, you can change it to regular. Okay, I mean anyhow you want it. Then let's change it to regular. Let's want to regular, and then let's copy it, and then now we are setting it the social media handles. Okay, so we will have F to be Facebook, um T F to be T to be Twitter, C, don't forget that C is Instagram, and then Y is Facebook, YouTube, and then I is LinkedIn. Okay, so once you put in your numbers or your letters, we change the font to social font social media 2008 18. So that's it. So you could see that it's closed too much. So let me give them space. Okay, yes, let me give them space. Then position them very well. Exactly. So beautiful. So let me zoom in. Let me zoom in so that I'll have a clear look at what I'm doing. So I want this particular to be in line, then this one too, I'll bring it down. Good, perfect. So there is it, absolutely beautiful. Then what I'll do is that I'll group the rectangle, this rectangle, I'll group the fx in your layer side. When you are grouping it, check your layer side, the name, and then no where is it, we love to. Okay, so our group, we love to see your brand grow with us, the FTCYI, and then my name together with the rectangle, and then I can name. So control gen, I've taught you how to group, and I can name this as maybe brand, something like a brand or brand name. or let me say handles. Okay, so now then you can group the rest as background or anyhow you want to group it. I grouped it because I want to make some few changes over here. So let me zoom out. So once I zoom out like this, okay, now you could see from here is that this rectangle is slant. So I've told you how to do that. So what you do is that you bring your cursor. So now I'll group everything. So when I slant it, it will affect everything here. So I will just hold, you see the cursor has 10. So I'll just hold it and then try to make it slant. Something like this is okay. All right, not something to. So the next thing that I'll do is I'll copy this. Then this is where my logo will be. Okay, so logo here. All right, so you can put in your logo there. Control A, position it at the center. So you can put your logo here, just as I did my own here. I put my logo here. Okay, good. So this is what we are designing. So what I will do next is, you could see this man here. It looks like he's hanging. So let's zoom out. What I will do is that I will create a shadow for him. Now I want you to pay attention over here, the shadow. You select the image. Make sure you select the image. You go in for your shape tool, which is ellipse. Okay, the round one. Okay, the one that looks like a circle. Change the fill color to black. So if you don't see any black here, select the color picker and then change it to drag it to black. Okay, then you draw your circle down here, something like this. You can just play along with it, but make sure that it will be like something like this, black. Absolutely beautiful. Then click on this icon, then make sure that this ellipse shape in your layer side is under the image. So drag it under the image and position it well. Make sure that it will be where the shoe is. Okay, something like this. It's not bad. Then what we'll do over here is to rasterize this particular shape. Rasterize it. So right click it and go to rasterize one. Once you are done with rasterize, you press on control and then come and click inside the box in your layer side where the ellipse is. Click it. Once you click, there will be a selection in the rectangle that you drawn over here. All right, so once this selection is pop up, you delete it. Press on delete. So when you select, still the selection is there, so it looks like the selection is there. Good. Then what you do is go in for your gradient tool. Okay, have you seen this tool, the one that my mouse is? We call it gradient. If yours is not showing, right click it and then you will see this gradient tool here. Let me start everything again for you to have a look at it. I said first you draw what, you go in for your let me delete this. First you go in for your your circle shape. Okay, then you draw a circle, something like this. Okay, it's not bad. Make sure the fill color here is black. You select this color picker and change it to black. Just click on any part and drag to the corner, black. So once you are done, go in for your move tool. Make sure that you click this arrow here for this property to go. I've explained why it always shows. Then make sure that this ellipse, if it's on top of the image, make sure it will come under the image because I want it to be under the image. Then you can position the shape very well, which will look like the shadow. Okay, then what you will do is that make sure you select the ellipse tool, then you rasterize it. How do I rasterize? Right click it on the layers side, not on here, on the work, on the layers side, then go for your rasterize layer. Once you rasterize the layer, press on alternate, sorry, control on the keyboard, and then this box that you see in the layer side, the middle, click on the middle. There will be a selection over here. not on the layer side, on the work. So you press on delete. You can just remove your hand from the control and press on delete. But when you press on the delete, the selection will still be there. Now you go in for your gradient tool. If your gradient tool is not showing, right click and then go in for gradient tool here. I hope I'm clear. So once you go in for your gradient tool, come on top here. I said that anytime you select any tool, there is settings, or there are settings on top here. Don't forget that. Now when you come your gradient tool, this is where your gradient color is. Double click this color that you see here, double click it, and this color is going to pop up. Now go inside the basics. Once you click on this particular green or whatever color, double click, this color pick gradient editor will come. Then open this folder, open it, click this arrow here and it will open. Select this one, the one that has a color and then something like a box here. Select this one, then change. If yours the color is yellow, change it, change here, double click this part, okay, and change the yellow color to black. Drag it to black, so it will be like a black and some box down here. Here you won't change any color, just only the yellow that will change. So when you are done, click on OK. Do you understand? Then pay attention. Then if your gradient is on the first one, select it to this second one here, this one, okay. And then when you are done, come to where your selection is. Click on any part, just click, drag. Have you seen it? Drag it this way and leave it. So I have given it a color. Then when you are done, press on Control D. Control D means that you want the selection to go. Control D. So now my selection is gone. Then go in for your move tool. Now when you go for your move tool, you can now reduce the opacity, or better still, let's add filter. Go to filter, select filter, go to blur, and then go to Gaussian blur. Select filter, go to blur, and then Gaussian blur. Now you can see that there has been a change over here. So let's reduce it. It's too much for me. So I think something like this is okay. 3 is okay for me. And then the next thing is I will reduce the opacity. Okay. And then try to reduce okay. Just take your time and do it. Okay, no rushing. Take your time and do the work. All right. Okay. And then let me push it something under the shoe. Okay, so it will be like I've given it, yes, something like this. Control O to position it. So it looks like the leg is on it. You understand? Then let me bring it up a little bit. So this is the end of our design. Very simple and very neat. Okay, no stress, no stress. I've told you that I've subscribed to Simple Design. So you save this work by pressing Control Alternate and then S. Control Alternate and S. And change the to the JPEG. Okay, the type, the save type, change it to JPEG. Let's save it here. Okay, and then press on save. Know where you are saving your work. Okay, make sure it is 12. Okay, now let's close. This is the one that we did. Let's close it and let's go into our resources. Where is the work? Here is it. Let's allow it for it to finish saving. So it is 99. Let's wait. When it is done saving, then we open it to have a look at our design. Very simple design. We are done. So let's open it to have a look at it. But please, I beg you, take your time. Do not rush. Take your time and do the work. Design the same thing. If you have your brand, you can put it here. If you have your logo, you can put it there. But and then your social media handles, that's the only changes. Don't try to change the text and everything. Do the same thing. Okay. Obey instructions. Okay. Good. Let's see. Very beautiful. So this is the work. Very simple and beautiful. It looks so nice. All right. Good. All right. So I'll end here. Let me see you in the next assignment. Bye.